Welcome to VTA's video about our draft transit service redesign plan focused on San Jose State University. We appreciate you tuning in and taking the time to learn more about what we're proposing. I'm Cody Kratz, VTA's Administrator of Digital Communications, and with me today is Adam Berger, Senior Transportation Planner and Project Manager for the Transit Redesign. We appreciate, as you watch the video or afterwards, any questions you have or comments that come up. Suggestions, recommendations, feedback, or input about how we can improve the plan. You can leave those on YouTube in the comments down below the video. You can tweet at us at VTA. You can send us a Facebook message or leave a comment on our wall. If you prefer to give us a call, the phone number there to our customer service call center is on the screen. You can also email community.outreach@vta.org. Lots of ways to ask questions or provide your input. We do need all feedback by February 20th, so we hope to hear from you by then. Also, we have a project website at nextnetwork.vta.org that has a lot of detailed information, including what's proposed to happen with a route you use. There are maps there you can view to see the bigger picture, and there's also some information about how we got here and why we're doing this. I'm going to turn it over to Adam to tell you a bit about the big picture and focus in on San Jose State University.
Thanks, Cody. So this is a from-scratch redesign of VTA's transit network. That's bus and light rail routes in Santa Clara County. We have about 70 routes in our system, and this redesign proposes changes to almost all of them. That's changes to where the routes go, the frequency that they operate on, the hours of the day in which they operate, and even the days of the week in which they operate. To give you some background on how we got here, in the summer of 2016, we launched a 5-month public outreach campaign asking the public how we can make public transit better in Santa Clara County. We heard from you that you were ready for us to increase the focus on ridership, which would be an increase in frequency on the highest trafficked routes, corresponding with a decrease in the focus on providing access to as many people as possible. So you'll see in this plan that areas that have transit supportive land use characteristics like density and walkable street environments receive more transit service, and areas that are low density, low ridership receive less transit service. We took the input we received from the public to our board of directors in November, and they affirmed what the public said, telling us to design a draft transit plan that employs a greater focus on ridership. We released that on February 5th, and between now and January 5th, and between now and February 20th, we'll be asking you to provide us input on how we can make the draft plan better. After February 20th, we'll take all the input we receive, crunch it, and put it into a final plan that we will share with our committees in March, and then our board of directors for their approval in April. If approved, this service plan will be implemented toward the end of this year, coinciding with the arrival of BART service to Santa Clara County. So let's focus on San Jose State specifically. Many changes to transit in downtown San Jose in this redesign. The first is that Route 522 is proposed to get an increase in frequency, and that corresponds with a decrease in frequency on Route 22. Presently, Route 22 operates 5 times an hour, so every 12 minutes, and Route 522 operates 4 times an hour, coming every 15 minutes. We're proposing to flip-flop those two. So 522 would come every 12 minutes, and Route 22 would come every 15 minutes. Otherwise, the routing of those routes stays the same. A big change is that we are proposing to upgrade the limited 323 route that currently travels along Stevens Creek in San Carlos between De Anza College and downtown San Jose to a rapid route, and to extend it on the eastern end so that it goes through downtown, through the transit mall, and over to the Berryessa BART station on Maybury near King. This would correspond with a slight decrease in the frequency on Route 23, which would go from every 12 minutes to every 15 minutes. We are also proposing a third rapid route for our system, Rapid 500, that would travel between the downtown transit mall and the Berryessa BART station via 10th and 11th Street and Taylor Maybury. That would be the fastest way to get between the Berryessa BART station and downtown San Jose. It'll be about 5 minutes faster than taking the 523. And all these rapid routes would operate at 15-minute or better frequency all day, every day of the week. We're proposing some changes to our light rail system. You'll notice that the yellow line there, which is our commuter express that runs northbound 3 times in the morning from the Santa Teresa station at the southern part of our system up to the Bay Point stop in North San Jose, is proposed to be turned around at the St. James station. We've found that most riders on this route do not travel north of downtown San Jose. So instead of making 3 trips in the morning and 3 in the evening, we're proposing to cut this route in half and double the frequency, or double the number of trips on the busiest part of the route. So there would be 6 northbound morning trips and 6 southbound evening trips on the yellow line. The green line, which currently connects Winchester with downtown Mountain View, is proposed for a frequency increase from 15 minutes in the peak and 30 minutes in the midday as it operates today to being 15 minutes all day. It's part of bringing the entire light rail system up to 15 minutes except for that yellow line. This would mean double the effective frequency through the transit mall during the midday period. Route 66 is also proposed for an increase in frequency. Route 66 goes north to Milpitas, stops by downtown San Jose, and then heads south to the Kaiser Hospital down by Santa Teresa Station. That would be upgraded to a 15-minute all-day service and a more frequent way to get around. Route 65 does not appear on this map. That goes from downtown San Jose to San Jose City College and then down to South San Jose via Lee and Camden. We are proposing to discontinue that route. That route was not getting high ridership, and we felt that the resources could be better used elsewhere. We have, however, heard from a lot of San Jose State students that they rely on that route, so we'd be interested in hearing your feedback on how you use that route, where your origins and destinations are, and if maybe there's a way for the final plan that we could figure out a way to make that connection better. Route 64, which travels along McKee and Julian into downtown, is proposed for a frequency increase to 15 minutes or better all day. And we're proposing to decrease, or actually discontinue, operating Route 181. Route 181 is an express service that connects downtown San Jose with the Fremont BART station. Now that BART is coming down to Santa Clara County, we can't justify operating that service outside of our county anymore, but travelers who use the 181 can now stay on BART, continuing down to the Berryessa station, and from there grabbing the 500 or 523 rapid lines to downtown. Another change we're proposing in downtown is to increase the number of routes that travel on Santa Clara Street between 7th Street and 1st Street. Presently, some routes go down Santa Clara and some routes go down San Fernando. So if you're a student who could take multiple routes to get to your destination, now you don't have to pick which street to walk to wait. You can just go to Santa Clara, and most likely the routes you need will be there. So that's about it for changes in downtown San Jose in service to San Jose State. I'd like to remind everyone that you can get a lot more detail and see the entire system map at nextnetwork.vta.org. And with that, I'll turn it back over to Cody.
Thank you, Adam, and thank you everyone who tuned in. We do look forward to hearing from you. Any questions you have or any comments or feedback you want to provide, all the different options are again on the screen. There also is a series of recorded webinars on our YouTube channel, which is likely where you're watching this. It's youtube.com/scvta. If there are other areas of the county that you're interested in, or you would just like to learn about the broader plan, please tune into those recordings. We also have a couple of more webinars that we'll be recording and adding to the mix. We look forward to hearing from you, and again, appreciate you tuning in today.